I never expected my life to take such an unpredictable turn when I signed up for what was supposed to be a routine space expedition. My name is Michael Rogue, a humble botanist from Earth, deeply passionate about alien flora, politics, intergalactic customs, and the complexities of extraterrestrial cultures. None of that interested me. But then, during our mission to the distant planet of Uru, I somehow found myself selected by their alien high priestess for a sacred ritual of reproduction. Yeah, you heard that right. A ritual of reproduction. How did I end up in this bizarre situation? Let me explain. It all began when our crew first landed on Uru, a world teeming with extraordinary biodiversity and lush electric blue vegetation. Our team consisted of 4 Earth scientists sent to document and collect botanical samples. We had barely set foot outside our ship when we were met by the Urine, the planet's native humanoid inhabitants. They were an intriguing species, tall, with deep indigo skin and striking yellow eyes that seemed to pierce right through you. But among them, one figure stood out above all others. She was taller than the rest, her sapphire-hued skin shimmering with an almost otherworldly glow. Draped in an ornate yet revealing outfit with a flowing crown of fabric, her presence commanded both reverence and intimidation. She introduced herself as High Priestess Vera, the spiritual leader of the Urine people. "Welcome, travelers of Earth," she greeted us, her voice an elegant blend of melody and authority. "You are honored guests on Uru. We have long awaited your arrival." Feeling slightly awkward, I stepped forward and gave a polite nod. Thank you, High Priestess Vera. We're here to study the plant life and—" "We know why you are here, Michael Rogue," she interrupted, her golden eyes locking onto mine. A chill ran down my spine. "You," she continued, her voice laced with certainty, "have been chosen by the great Uru Mother for a sacred purpose." I blinked. "Me? Chosen for what exactly?" Her lips curved into a knowing smile, sending a strange unease through me. "You have been selected for the sacred ritual of reproduction." For a moment I was sure I had misheard her. I glanced at my crewmates, but their bewildered expressions only confirmed that I had not imagined it. "The ritual of reproduction?" I echoed hesitantly. "As in mating?" "Yes," Vera confirmed, her smile widening. "You are to take part in the continuation of our species. It is a great honor." I felt my face heat up as my team stared at me, expressions ranging from shock to barely contained amusement. I let out a nervous chuckle. Thanks, but I don't think I'm exactly in the market for—" "It is not a request," Vera stated, stepping closer, her presence overwhelming. "The great Uru Mother has chosen you. The ritual must take place." I swallowed hard. "Right, got it. So, how exactly does this ritual work?" Vera's smile took on an almost predatory edge. "You will find out soon enough." Before I could protest, several Urine warriors, each built like living sculptures of solid muscle, stepped forward, grasping my arms with a firm yet oddly gentle grip. They guided me away from my crew, who stood frozen in wide-eyed disbelief. "Good luck, Mike," called Dan, one of my teammates, grinning like an idiot. "Make Earth proud." The Urine village lay deep within the forest, where towering blue trees stretched high above, their iridescent leaves shifting in hues of green and violet. The air was thick with the sweet scent of blossoms, mingled with something else, a strange, intoxicating musk that made my head feel light. I was led to a massive tent at the village's center, its entrance flanked by more stoic Urine warriors. Inside, the chamber was dimly illuminated by floating orbs that pulsed with a soft blue glow. Plush silk cushions in rich shades of blue and silver covered the floor, and at the very heart of the room stood High Priestess Vera. Her formal robes had been replaced by something far more revealing. a flowing garment that barely draped over her striking form. Beneath the fabric, I could see the lithe, toned muscles beneath her shimmering skin. I had to admit, she was stunning, in a way that was both awe-inspiring and utterly terrifying. "Michael Rogue," she purred, her voice carrying a sensual edge. "The time has come for your preparation." I forced down a lump in my throat, struggling to maintain composure. Look, Vera, I'm really flattered and all, but I don't think I'm ready for—" "Your readiness is irrelevant, human," she said with an amused chuckle. "You were chosen. The ritual must proceed." With a mere flick of her hand, a group of urine females entered the tent, each as breathtaking as Vera, though their skin varied in different shades of blue. They carried trays filled with exotic fruits and strange glistening liquids. And that was when I realized this was only the beginning. "This is part of the preparation," Vera explained smoothly. "You must consume these to fully attune yourself to the urine ways." I eyed the offerings warily. One fruit was bright red and covered in small, sharp spikes. Another was an eerie shade of green, pulsing slightly as if it were alive. The shimmering oils were housed in delicate vials, their iridescent colors shifting under the dim glow of the tent's floating orbs. "Well, when in Rome," I muttered, hesitantly picking up the spiky red fruit. The moment I bit into it, my mouth exploded with a burst of tangy sweetness, sending a strange, pleasant, tingling sensation through my entire body. Soft giggles echoed around me. The urine women watched intently, whispering amongst themselves in a language I couldn't understand, but judging by their amused expressions, my reaction to their delicacies was entertaining. Once I had finished, Vera approached with one of the glowing vials. "Now, the oils," she murmured, her voice low and almost hypnotic. "They will awaken your senses, heighten your awareness, and prepare your body for the ritual." She poured a few drops into her palm, then gently spread the shimmering liquid across my skin. The effect was immediate. A deep, penetrating warmth spread from every place her fingers touched, sending a shiver up my spine. My skin felt hypersensitive, as though every nerve had been dialed to its maximum. Each delicate movement of her hands left trails of fire in its wake. "Whoa!" I gasped, my body responding in ways I hadn't expected. "What is this stuff?" Vera smirked, her fingers continuing their slow, deliberate movements. "A special blend of urine aphrodisiacs. It ensures that both participants are fully engaged in the ritual." I was pretty sure I was already engaged, maybe more than I should have been. My heart pounded, my senses felt sharper than ever, and a growing heat coiled deep within me. I struggled to keep my focus, but it was becoming increasingly difficult. "Now we begin," Vera announced. At her signal, the other urine women began chanting in low, rhythmic tones. The sound resonated in the air, building into a hauntingly beautiful harmony that sent goosebumps across my already sensitive skin. As the chant intensified, Vera stepped closer, her golden eyes locked onto mine. "Do not fear, Michael Rogue," she whispered. "This is a sacred act, one that will bind you to the urine people forever." Yeah, no pressure. I barely had time to process her words before she pressed against me, her warmth radiating through the thin fabric of our garments. The sensation was electric. Her touch, the hypnotic chant, the charged energy in the air, it was overwhelming. "Now, embrace me," she murmured. I hesitated for only a second before slowly wrapping my arms around her. Her body was strong yet impossibly soft, her toned muscles shifting beneath my fingertips. For a fleeting moment, I forgot everything, where I was, who I was. There was only the intoxicating scent of her skin, the pulsing glow of the orbs, and the steady rhythm of the chant. The sound swelled, reaching a fevered crescendo. Vera pulled back slightly, her gaze searching mine. "Are you ready, Michael Rogue? Ready to fulfill the purpose you were chosen for?" Was I? Probably not, but something in her expression told me there was no turning back. I guess so," I managed. Vera's smile deepened. Slowly, she guided my hands to her hips, leaning in as the orbs glowed even brighter, their luminescence pulsing with the energy between us. The very air seemed to hum with anticipation. Our lips were just about to meet when a loud crash echoed from outside, followed by frantic shouting. The chanting stopped abruptly. The urine women exchanged alarmed glances. "What's happening?" I asked, my pulse racing. Vera's expression darkened. "Intruders!" she hissed. "Stay here, Michael Rogue. I will handle this." Before I could react, she was gone, slipping into the night like a shadow. The other urine women followed, leaving me alone in the dimly lit tent, my body still tingling from the oils. For a moment, I considered making a run for it, but something, whether it was the lingering sensation of Vera's touch or the inexplicable pull I felt toward the urine, kept me rooted in place. Minutes passed. The distant commotion began to fade. Then, finally, Vera returned. Her robe was slightly askew, her expression unreadable, but she seemed unharmed. "The threat has been dealt with," she said firmly. "We must continue the ritual." I swallowed hard. What kind of threat are we talking about?" "Rival tribes," Vera answered. "They seek to disrupt the ritual, to prevent the continuation of our people, but they will not succeed." I nodded, still trying to process everything. "Right, so, where were we?" Vera's lips curled into a knowing smile. "Right here," she whispered, pressing against me once more. Just like that, we were back where we had left off. The chanting resumed, the orbs pulsed with renewed intensity, and the outside world faded into irrelevance. Nothing mattered except the woman before me and the strange, powerful connection that had formed between us. As our lips finally met, a surge of energy coursed through me, spreading warmth through every fiber of my being. The ritual had begun, and this time there was no stopping it. The next morning, when I woke, Vera lay beside me, her golden eyes closed in peaceful slumber. The tent was quiet, save for the gentle hum of the floating orbs, their soft blue glow illuminating our entwined bodies. I stared at the ceiling, my mind struggling to comprehend the sheer absurdity of my situation. I had come to Uru to study plants, and now, apparently, I was the father of a new generation of urine. "Well," I muttered to myself, rubbing my face, "this is gonna make one hell of a story back on Earth." Beside me, Vera stirred. Her eyes fluttered open, and she smiled, her fingers trailing softly across my cheek. "Thank you, Michael Rogue," she whispered. "You have given us a great gift." I chuckled, shaking my head. "Yeah, just don't tell my mom, okay?" She laughed, a warm, unexpectedly human sound. "Your secret is safe with me." And so, in the heart of an alien world, I found myself bound to a new people, a new family, and an entirely new destiny. It wasn't the life I had planned, but maybe, just maybe, it was the life I was meant for.